Hey guys, it's Brina Well, and welcome back to another episode on Open the Lock. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about purpose and time. I actually watched a TikTok, I think it was yesterday, and it was about this woman speaking about how people waste their time so much in life, and all the extra time that they have, all the free time that they have, they spend it on wasting it and doing absolutely nothing with their time. And so this is why purpose comes in, and it's so important for people to find their purpose in life, because you don't just come out the womb and you're like, okay, I know what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. It's actually something you have to figure out for you don't even know how long. And for me, it took me a while. It took me a lot of chances. It took me a lot of things to find out what my purpose was. And now that I have found it, obviously, it's so easy for me now to use my time wisely, because I'm using my time to learn about different things about my future career and what I want to do, when I as I grow older. And so especially a lot of kids and teenagers these days, they're so lazy. Like, you guys don't want to do anything. And it's sad because that's our generation now. And these are the kids that are going to grow up, the future kids and the future kids and the future kids. And the kids in the future are going to literally do nothing. Like, you guys are going to have robots to do stuff for you, because you literally don't want to do anything. Kids get home from school and they take a nap, or they're eating junk food and they're watching TV shows until it's nighttime. They take a shower and they go right into bed. What kind of life is that? People don't have jobs. I mean, you could be too young to have a job, but not even that. What are you doing for yourself as a human? Are you going to sit around and just be lazy and make nothing out of yourself? All the free time that you have, you spend it on doing nothing. And I don't think that is going to get you somewhere in the future. And if you're someone who thinks big and you want this and you want that, but what are you actually doing to achieve those goals? What are you actually doing to get to where you want to be? Because a lot of people these days are like, I want to be rich. I want to have this. I want to have that. But you get home and you're stuffing a bag of Cheetos and you're watching a TV show laying in your bed, and then you take a nap right after. How is that going to get to where you want to be? Everyone always says that you have so much time. You're young. Let's say you're a teenager and you're watching this right now, or you're in your early 20s. Everyone always tells you, oh, you have so much time. Don't worry about it. Like, you're so young. Don't worry about all that stuff. But it's like, you really do have to worry about all this stuff, because especially prices, how they are now. Literally just 30 minutes ago, I was talking to my mom about moving out and apartments and stuff like that. And we were talking about the prices of things and how things are literally so expensive and so crazy right now. I don't even know how I'm going to live when I move out of my parents' house. It is insane. And so this is why I need to prepare myself for when that happens, because let's say I were to work, for example, like I have a job and I were to work and I were to save nothing and I were to just spend my money every single week, and I would have get no money. Where am I going to be when I'm 25? Nowhere. I'm going to be just like you guys, laying in my bed, in my bed, stuffing my face with Cheetos and watching a TV show. How pathetic is that? Do you want to be known as a person like that? I mean, not everybody is meant to be famous and have a big career. But if those are your dreams, what are you doing to get to those places? And also, a lot of us think that we have no time. This is a great example. The same TikTok that I told you about earlier in the beginning of the video, the woman was also saying how people think that we have no time. And why would you think you have no time if you're wasting your stuff? If you are literally wasting your life away on your phone, scrolling on Instagram. If I were to ask you right now, and this is what the woman said in the TikTok, if I were to ask you right now what your screen time is on your phone, what's the number? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours on your phone, when you could be doing something productive. You could be going to the gym, but instead you want to stay home and do nothing. And you use the excuse of, oh, I don't have enough time. You have plenty of time. You can go to sleep at a decent time and you can wake up at a decent time as well. But people, it's excuses on top of excuses. Do you want to live based off your excuses? Because let me tell you, people who make excuses are going to go nowhere. Because if your excuse to not work your ass off is because you have no time, or you have this to do and you have that to do, let me tell you right now, all these goals and all these things that you're wishing for and all these aspirations and all this stuff that you're manifesting for, you can throw it in the garbage. And my father taught me that. He's always told me making excuses is going to get you nowhere, because I used to make so much excuses. You have no idea how much stuff I used to tell myself that, oh, I can't do that. No. I used to say no to everything. And he always used to tell me, you're going to get nowhere with constantly having excuses on top of excuses. So you either stop this now or you grow up and you become a failure and you become a loser. And I'm sure none of you guys want to do that. I know sure as hell that I do not want to be a loser. And that won't ever happen. And so I'm trying to teach you guys, and I'm trying to guide you guys to not be like that, and to actually find what it is that you enjoy to do. You know, people, some people's purposes are sports. Some people's purposes are being a doctor, being a nurse, a dentist, an esthetician, an interior designer, a real estate agent, a YouTuber or a podcaster or a life coach or a therapist, really, really big people, celebrities. Do you want to be a music artist? Do you want to be a painter? So many things people were brought on this planet for. And I believe each individual has been brought onto this planet by God, and he gave us one thing that we are spectacular doing. And some people's problems is that they go year by year, not knowing what it is. And they don't even care to actually know what it is. They don't want to take that extra mile, and they don't want to be like, you know what? Let me try to figure out what it is that I want to do, because I'm sick and tired of living with no purpose. And an article that I read exactly is what I'm saying. And I'm going to, the article is literally called Time Without Purpose is a Prison. And in the article, it explains how people who are living on this planet with no purpose, it's like a prison, because you're waking up, you're going to your 9-to-5 job. You already think that your 9-to-5 job is a prison. Kids already think going to school is a prison. And adding you not having a purpose on top of that is like you living in hell, because that's boring. Why would you want to have a boring life? I sure as hell don't want to have a boring life. I have many things to do every single day. I'm not wasting my time like you people who are sitting around just eating and watching shows, and you're scrolling through your phone, or you're smoking a nice joint like every 2 seconds. Do you really want that to be your future? Do you really want your kids to know that that's what you were like? Or do you want to set an example for yourself, for others, for your family, for your children? If you say you want to do it, do it. Don't be the person that says to people, and they say to themselves, they're going to be this, they're going to be that, they're going to get all this stuff. But what are you doing? What are you doing? What steps are you taking to get there? Because don't you think that it's embarrassing to be one of those people that are like, yeah, I'm going to have this when I grow up. I'm going to have a big house. I'm going to have a nice car, a freaking Mercedes-Benz, a freaking Beamer. But are you busting your ass every day? And if not, get out of here. Because I know that the skills that I have been taught, I've taught myself, my parents have taught me. I know that I'm using that to my full advantage. I am using the internet like crazy. And I've said this in a previous podcast before. You know, we have so much technology. We have so much internet. And you guys don't use it for nothing. We have Google, Safari, TikTok that we can even learn from. TikTok literally teaches me more than my school could ever teach me in my entire life. And you're using it for nothing. What purpose is that giving you? What purpose is that giving you? Nothing. So why don't you dig deep and you try to find that one thing that makes you feel butterflies inside, that makes you feel that spark? Because I can tell you what I'm doing right now, me talking to a camera, on my mic, in my mic, whatever, it makes me feel so exhilarated. It makes me feel this like I have fireworks inside of my stomach, and it's just pop, 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 you know? And I want to tell you guys my story. I want to backtrack a little, and I want to give you guys maybe something to feel inspired about. And it was how I found out what was my purpose. And even though I'm still young, maybe there's many things that I can do in my life. And it's not just one thing, but I know what I am so good at, and it's this. And I never knew that until last year. Literally last year, I'm 17 now. So last year I was 16. And that's when I found out that this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And there's many other things. But, I thought that I wanted to be a teacher. I thought that I wanted to be a gymnast. I thought I wanted to be, what else was it? I think a gymnast, a teacher a lot. I loved teaching when I was little. Like, I had my little easel board, and I used to pretend that I had a class. Like, I pretended I had students and I was a teacher. So I loved doing that. I thought I wanted to be an interior designer. That I was really big on. But I don't have the patience. And it wasn't really my thing. I thought I wanted to be a real estate agent. I thought I wanted to sell houses because you could get a lot of money from that. But that's not what I wanted. And I would come up with these ideas, and I would go to my mom and I would say, "Oh my God, Mom, look, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. I'm going to go to college for this. I'm going to do all these classes and this and this and that." And it never happened. I never did it. I was excited in the moment. And then after it would just kind of die down. That excitement would die down because one, I wasn't putting the work in, and two, it just probably wasn't meant for me. And once I found out that my gift was speaking to people, wanting people to hurt less and to be better and to not be a failure, and to push and push and push and push until you have made your freaking dreams come true. I knew in that moment that I wanted to have a podcast. I knew in that moment I wanted to inspire people and help people and open people's hearts, open people's minds to being better, to doing better, to feeling better, to looking better. And ever since that day, it's never been out of my mind. I have learned so many things each and every day. It's crazy. Like, my search history on Safari probably has like 300 freaking pages on it. Because it's learning. And that's when I found out that I wanted to always speak to people and help people, and that's my gift. That's my gift that God gave me because he knew I would perfect it. But not everybody is going to have that gift. Not everybody's going to find that gift very easily. Some people, it's going to take them years. I know people who are in their 30s and 40s who haven't even found their careers yet, or they're just finding their career now. And it's not a shameful thing. It's just you need to put the work in, and some people don't. And they use that excuse, and they blame different things, and they blame this, they blame that. But everything is on you at the end of the day. Because do you really want to die with no purpose? You really want to die without fulfilling your dreams? Because I think that's everybody's goal, is having a dream and reaching it and reaching the stars. But some people don't get there. And so I'm teaching you now, I am telling you now from my mouth and my experience, don't be like that, especially when you have so many different factors in your life that could help you get to where you want to be. And that is all, everyone. I really want you guys to grasp a lot from this video and put it into your everyday life. Implement every single thing and really understand the importance of it. Don't just watch the video and move on. No, watch the video, understand the importance, and start living it. Like I said, don't be the person that just talks. Be the person that does. always. So thank you guys so much for watching this podcast. Don't forget to stay tuned for my next episode. And just don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys very soon.